Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel on Bam Glam DIY. Today I want to show you how we can make a very strong and effective household bleach. Household bleach is generally used in our homes and our offices for the purpose of cleaning, sanitizing, and also bleaching agent. So what is this household bleach? Chemically, it is actually known as sodium hypochlorite bleach. There are so many brands in the market that produce this and sell to us. Jig, Hypo, Chlorus, and a whole lot of them. You can make this for your household. You can make it as a business. It is actually very profitable and it serves as an oxidizing agent. You may be wondering, what are the uses of this household bleach? You can use it to actually disinfect your surfaces. Yes, people use it in the hospital to actually clean and kill to clean the floor and surfaces in order to kill germs and microorganisms on the surfaces of floors, toilets, and any other place. For laundry purposes, it helps to remove stains and actually whiten your clothes. Because it is a strong oxidizing agent, it can actually break down the molecules of strong stains and colors on your fabrics and help those colors and stains to actually disappear. And then people also use it for sanitation purpose, actually in food production. Example, there are some brands like Milton that make some sodium hypochlorite tablets that can be used in sterilizing utensils, even babies feeding bottles. Then let's not forget that the water bottling companies use chlorine or bleach to actually treat water. Yes, there is one we call water guard that after filling up your GB tank, you throw it inside. It will help to kill off all the harmful bacteria and viruses in the water, making your water safe for you to drink and use by your household. So it is used for water treatment. And then it is also used in the industries like the pepper production companies, the textile companies, and even the chemical processing plants. So you see, it has a very wide range of uses. This is calcium chloride. Some persons call it in the market chlorine. It is the major ingredient you need. It is very coarse and rough, and it has a very strong and pungent smell of chlorine. So please, I wouldn't even advise you to inhale it. The next thing we'll be needing on the list is soda ash. You can use soda ash is sodium carbonate. You can use soda ash dense or soda ash light. This soda ash, we need it in the formula to be able to make what we're making. And then we'll be needing caustic soda, which is sodium hydroxide. It is very corrosive. Please bear in mind I'm wearing a glove. Don't touch caustic soda with your bare hands, and you actually even need a rubber glove for it. And then for the recipe, we are making 50 liters, and these are the things we need: calcium chloride, caustic soda, soda ash, and of course we need 50 liters of water to make this production. You can actually shoot your water to over 50 liters to up to 55 liters, so that at the end you bounce back to 50, because if you start with 50, you may definitely end at 40 something. Some part of the water may be lost during this production. So what I first did was add in 20 liters of water into my mixing vessel, and then I introduced caustic soda into it. Please wear your hand gloves when you are making this production, and put on your nose masks to be able to protect yourself. I would also advise you make this production in an open space where it is very airy. Avoid making bleach production in an enclosed space where the windows are tight and it is not well ventilated. You need to reduce the way, as a producer, you need to reduce the way you inhale these chemicals, because most of them may actually not be good with your body. After making sure you dissolve it properly, add in your soda ash. The soda ash will help to boost the washing property and the cleaning property of this our household bleach. Soda ash is also known as washing soda, by the way. And like I said, you can make use of soda ash dense or soda ash light. Any of the options, it is okay. So just turn and make sure it is well dissolved. The two alkaline chemicals we just added, which is caustic soda and soda ash, should be well dissolved before we can continue and add in our chlorine powder into this production. So please just take your time, stir and stir till you make sure that you don't feel any other grainy film underneath your mixing vessel. That way you'll be sure that every part of it has dissolved properly. Next on our list is the calcium chloride, normally or popularly known as chlorine in the market. You will know it with the smell. It has a very awful and pungent smell. Avoid inhaling it. It is coarse in nature, more like granny or gravel-like tiny gravels. So please mix it in. That's the next chemical we have added. And once you are done mixing it together, add in the rest of the water. So I'm going in with extra 20 liters of water because that is the volume my buckets can carry. Then I'll go in with an extra 10 liters to complete it 50 liters. Bear in mind that the chlorine that you added in form of calcium chloride, bear in mind that it cannot dissolve. Some of us already know that calcium can't dissolve in water. It can only mix but doesn't dissolve, so it will always settle. So just mix and mix, but your caustic soda and your soda ash will definitely dissolve in water, but the chlorine that you add wouldn't dissolve. Instead, it will mix. So you need to mix properly and then cover it so that the chemical reaction can now begin and start happening. And you need to cover it for like a period of 3 days, of which when you cover it for this period of 3 days, you need to bring out time to be checking on your production at least every 12 hourly, 6 hourly to 12 hourly, so that you can be turning it and make sure that it is always well mixed. But please, I will advise you to leave it for at least 3 days, 2 to 3 days before you can continue the production. Make sure the container or the vessel you are using is tightly covered because chlorine natural state is gaseous. You don't want to lose it into the atmosphere. You want it to be able to bind with the sodium ions in the caustic soda and soda ash. It will be able to form what is known as sodium hypochlorite, of which is your bleach. So you don't need your chlorine gas escaping into the atmosphere. So after the 3rd day, say 2 to 3 days, when you open, you see it like this. Some of the chlorine will actually float on the surface. No problem. You can mix well and cover till you get to 3 days. Just like I'm doing, I just mixed it up again, showed you how I just turned it and then covered it up again. By the 3rd day is when I'll be filtering it. By then it must have settled to some extent. So on the 3rd day, prepare your filtering material. Probably use a cloth that has a tiny opening, more like an organza or a head tie kind of. It is actually called a cheesecloth. If you can just find it, no problem. Please just get a cheesecloth or any materials you know that can actually sieve out these particles. Now take your time, get another bigger vessel of the same matching volume, and now start filtering your bleach. Filter it gradually. Remember that there are some white sediments underneath, and if you should mix it at this point, the whole production will turn creamy and it won't be clear. So try as much as possible not to stir up the sediment underneath your mixing vessels. Just scoop it as calmly as you can. As calmly as you can, scoop till you get to the bottom area. When you get to the bottom area, you will see what I did in the video. I just separated that part that is creamy and whitish into another bucket and allowed it to settle there. Once it's settled there, maybe I will now turn it in, or we can leave it for household use. But gradually scoop your product out into the new bucket. Nobody wants to buy bleach from you and it is creamy in nature or it has sediment. They will tell you, it's local. This is not how the one we buy from the supermarket looks like. The one we buy from the market and from the stores is actually clear and transparent. So please try as much as possible to filter perfectly. Try. bring out some materials for this kind of production if you are doing it. It is actually very, very, very profitable. I'm not really talking about the profit part here. I've done a video about how to produce 40 liters of bleach, and then I also discussed in details about the profit making in it. But bear in mind, it is actually profiting. So after I settled the one we scooped, this is how it looks like. The next day, I have to allow it to also settle. Then I can now scoop out. Again, you can see how it is now. It is now very clear, clean as water. The instructions on this video is here. Try as much as possible to always give it a full day, 24 hours, for it to settle before you scoop it again. Until you have a very pure and clean product, then you know you have achieved your texture, you have achieved your appearance in making this household bleach. So this is the bottom part. Like I told you, the bottom part, I will always separate it aside. You don't want it messing up your main production. Once you are done, cover it up till the next day, and voila, by the next day you have something as clean, as beautiful as this. Your bleach, household bleach, is ready for use, and it is ready for you to sell. Isn't this production lovely? I hope you'll try it out. So even if you can't make 50 liters, you can make 10 liters or 20 liters. Thank you for staying to the end of this video. Please like and subscribe to my channel for more content like this.